Okay, welcome back to the second episode of the Plutocracy Tips and Tricks series. Last time what we did was we bought this company, and as you see, it skyrocketed. So it is doing really, really well, and the reason why is because we increased the work plan and we increased the dividend size. Now, we have two options, or we have a few options, I guess. We can sell at the top and hope that it goes down, or we can buy shares and dollar cost average like most people want to do in real life or recommend to do in real life, or we can wait and hope it goes down and buy 2 months worth of shares, like the amount of money from 2 months, or we can do what I was talking about before, the second starting strategy, where you go in and you buy something like this. Now this is a little bit more risky because we don't know why it fell, right? If there was a little red sign beside it, it means like a little pitchfork. It means there's a strike going on, so it's a lot less risky to invest in things like that because they're gonna go up, and the reason why they crashed is because of a strike, right? But in this case, we're not as sure. However, it's pretty good. I mean, at the very, very beginning, these companies aren't going to be horribly ran, right? So what we could do is we can quickly buy this share and then go to the next turn and see. And yup, we were right. We are right, and it skyrocketed. So now we made a little bit of a profit. And it's a good thing we waited because now this crashed and we can get in and buy here. So now we have even more of the company that makes us a lot of money. And then remember to always go back and increase the work plan as much as you can. But the dividend size, leave it for now. Until, I would say, once they reach 100 million, then maybe set it to like 90 or 95%. But for now, we don't want this company to randomly go out of business. And on top of that, the more money they have, the more they're worth. So it's kind of like a catch-22. On one hand, you want a bunch high dividends to give you money so you can use it however you want. But on the other hand, if you already have a decent chunk of the company, you want it to keep its own money so the value increases like that, right? So there's pros and cons to everything, right? But let's just go to the next day. And it skyrocketed again, right? So now, if we look at it, it's still around 6%, but if we went down here, like in last month, it probably would have been a higher return on capital, right? But now we're green. So again, we can go look at this, and this would be good. So we have two options here. Basically, we can go here, and technically this is the better one because it has a higher percentage fall. However, at the same time, even though this is a higher percentage fall, this is probably less risky just because it's a bigger share price, right? Bigger share price doesn't always mean bigger company or stronger company, but most of the time it does, right? There's ways to dilute it and stuff like that, which we can get to a little bit later. However, for now, I think this is the better option. And then go through. Oh, okay, so this is just a random event. For now, I think outbid because you want renown more than money, because renown generates you influence, and we got lucky. Or kind of lucky. We lost a little bit of money, but it is what it is. And our bet was right. We made a little bit of profit. We can sell it, and then we can go here and buy some more. It's not the best, but at least it dips, and for all we know, it might go up to here next time, right? So the main thing is you just kind of want to buy the dips and just don't buy, figure out something else to do with your money when it's at an all-time high. Kind of like real life. Well, kind of. It depends, right? Obviously. Oh, the stupid bribe. It's gonna wipe out an entire month. Oh well. But now if you look at this, Okay, so something I've been forgetting to do, sorry about that, is again, you always want to increase the work plan, or as much as you can. And actually, you could probably do 85 now, just to try to milk it a little bit more. That wasn't the largest rise, but whatever. At least now we're increasing here. And that was kind of a wasted turn because of the debt we were in, so let's just skip ahead again. And actually, let's see, can we increase the work plan again? No, it was too slow. But we can increase it now. And they rejected it. So they probably rejected it because if you click on this, it'll show you exactly why they did it. See, the strike risk is really high, the staff turnover is really high. Staff turnover affects production volume, which affects revenue, right? So, and also the strike risk, if there's a strike, then it shuts down the entire company for one turn, which is good if you want to buy more shares, but it's bad for the company because it makes less money, right? So that's why you kind of want to be diversified. So if one company is at an all-time high and then you have a strike on one company, you're able to go in and buy a bunch, right? But let's go back to the stock market. So it's at an all-time high. Now I have two options. We can either do this again and make another pretty penny. However, or actually, so you see this is a strike, so we know it's definitely going to recover. So, and because it's a big good company, it's safer. So I would recommend buying this. Yeah, buying this, and then next turn. So now if you unpause, we made 10% on our money. And we can sell it. Although if you look here, we bought it. Yeah, okay, and that's another thing. So if you click here and you click here, you can see at what price you bought and sold things, because you really want to make sure you're actually making a profit, because there's a little bit of a spread if you notice here, right? So oftentimes if the stock moves a little bit, it could technically be green up here. However, you're still not really making money because of the spread, the buy and sell spread, right? But in this case, 133 is definitely lower than 180, so we will make money. Now let's look at this company. We can invest a little bit more here. Let's see if we can increase the work plan. And they went through that time. Perfect. Okay, and let's do this. So next turn, and this is probably going to be the final thing that we'll talk about, is another way to make money is loans. Although it's perfect. Although it's a little bit riskier because it's not guaranteed money. And by that, I mean they can just say, no, screw you, I'm not paying you. And then you have to use a special card, which I'll show you about cards literally right now. But if you don't have that goon card, oh, never mind, we can't offer a loan right now. Just to show you how it works, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sell these because they're at an all-time high. And then now we have a little bit of money. We can go here, and now you can see that all of these need a credit. So basically they need a loan. So what you can do is you can go fulfill ambition and kind of see. So this is good. Generally you want to have the loan default risk below 10%. And this payment could be higher, but just to prove a point, we'll take it. So the first few things, if you play with my settings, what you want to do is you want to increase your reputation, because basically what that does is it's like an influence boost, indirect influence boost. If you have a bad reputation, your influence gets divided by like 50% or whatever. So it's much more difficult to get loans, deals, all of that stuff, right? So that's the first thing we want to do. After that, we can either go for special cards or just literally opinion if it's somebody that you think is important, like a politician or whatever. But for now, we want to do that. And again, if we go to our budget, you see that this is paying. 29%, which is pretty good. If he doesn't, you know, decide that he doesn't want to pay it. Which, he paid it, so we're good. Now if we go back, this took a big dip, so we can buy in. Oh, that was kind of unfortunate. We literally bought in at 188 and it just fell even further. Okay, so this one, you might as well just pick this one. It's slightly higher, but even if it wasn't, even if it was 26, you don't want to make an enemy of that guy. So here's, let's see if it goes through. Okay, oh well, that's unfortunate, but we still end up having more money than we started with, right? And we still have 12,000 coming in. So what you can do now is, again, go and look, what's the most profitable company? It seems to be this one, and it's a big company, so we can buy in right away. Let's buy in. And now we have a little bit of extra money left over, so we can go and again increase the stats, like increase the work plan, increase the dividend size to something nice and chunky, like 75%. No, we can probably go to 90% right away. And now our income is very good. And this is actually a better rate of return than before. Go one more turn. And buy this. Basically, once you have a little bit of money, we want to keep on giving out loans. And what? Okay, there you go. Yeah. So let's do this. And then we need to go back to person search. And oops, wrong button. I left clicked, you want to right click all the time. And this is really bad because he's probably going to default with 18%, so just refuse him. There's nothing bad that happens from that. That's kind of on the edge. If the interest is a bit higher, then I would have agreed. That's trash. That's trash. Well, not trash, but not good. This is really good. So 7%, 8%, whatever. Do it. And this, generally try to get Father Michaels, like the Cardinals. Those are really, really good. But in this case, we want a higher reputation. And right now, the goal is to fulfill 5 ambitions to get us our first XP point. There you go. So we need 2 more. Let's skip. And hopefully it dips down. Okay, perfect. So if we click here, we sold at this. No, we sold at 387 and we bought at 369. So we basically got almost the same amount of shares, but we also have those loans in the background, which is pretty good. And then once we have 2 loans, I can show you how to level up. Actually, yeah, buy this. And don't forget to increase the work plan. And so you see our stake is already pretty large. A lot of people, they say, oh, my main company got bought out, it's so horrible. But really, it's not that bad because look, he was we're back to where we started. We have a giant income at 10%, right? 10% is a pretty good ROI. Before it was 6%. So you can always get a better company. That's not the problem. And now this one again. Hopefully next turn we can... Hopefully next turn we'll have enough money for the loans. Like we needed to skyrocket again. But while it's down from its all-time high, we need to get more shares, especially with such a profitable company. And there you go. Now let's sell 100. And go back and give out some loans. Ambition. Nope. 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 These are kind of trash. Nope. Okay, there's more here. Perfect. I was getting worried. So again, remember, you want to try to keep the loan default risk below 10%, and then the payment at least 5-6%, but it really just depends. Like that was 10%, but it only paid 3%, so it's really not that good. Let's see what we can do. Okay, perfect. This one. And then I'm gonna take this one. Normally I wouldn't, because 12% is not the best. If this was 8%, then I'll take it. But I just want to show you how to increase it. So now if you see this yellow star, means we got an achievement. So now we can go in and we can buy, we can spend a tech point or a level up point, whatever they're called, skill. So generally eloquence is pretty good and psychology is pretty good. If you play on the difficulty that I play on, this is much better, because if you play on the normal difficulty, influence is not really a problem. I mean, yeah, you won't be able to do every deal, but you can do a lot more of them than what I can do. So taking this would be a no-brainer. And honestly, it probably still is. It just, in my case, because you need so much influence, this is much better, right? But anyway, for now, most people just take eloquence. And what that does is, generally when you make a deal, which we will do next, we'll go into deeper next episode. When you go make a deal, there's certain rounds, and if you get the really bad roll, you could pay like 200-300% on top of the stock, which is not good. So you want an extra round to potentially get it to swing back, and if it's max, you get a total of 4 tries, right? And it's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's the best way to think about it right now. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.